Hmm. We should get used to him, annoying as he is. Have I ranked him yet? Kind of. That's rank 2, right? We can play around with that. That's right. The boss is Biohazard, right? That cost me not items, but a whole lot of pain last time. Cap can do it, but let's just bring somebody who actually answers it. Do I even have a Bleed Immune Cosmic? Yeah, CGR, but that's boring. Alright, we can bring Nimrod, that's fine. I don't hate Ghost for this. Practice Waspless. Yeah, that should all be fine. Hey, Bleezy, ZD, Jaffe, how's it going? Rintrah, Scorpion, or Hyperion all duped. Me, I would take up Hyperion first, but I am an old school Hyperion fan. Um, in terms of like raw power without you needing to be super familiar with them, I think Rintrah is probably your strongest overall, but you can't go wrong with any of those three, in my opinion. Hey, Antrasis, Bean. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to Quicksilver, especially now that he's huge. I really hate his dashback. I know that was on me, but bro. No idea what I'm doing. Like, it's fine, but that's... his kit just feels messy to me. Like, it works, but I don't... I don't know. I don't... It's hard for me to feel like I'm doing the thing. But he also kind of fits the fantasy even in that, because you don't really feel like you're doing the thing, but it still works, because he's so freaking fast. So it is what it is. Lovely. This guy. How are you supposed to cash in on all those whiplashes? Well, you do medium, light, medium, and you can auto expire them. God, what a jerk. Um, excuse me. If you get to 50, they start auto expiring, but if you can keep your hits up, then you can avoid that as long as you keep building them. So there's some strategy to it there. If you're in terminal velocity, then you can build up higher. And also, if you're in terminal velocity, then you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I understand, the thing to do is get to terminal velocity and then try and get up to like 99 stacks and then cash them in as you're throwing the special one so that you get the bonus from the attack for your whiplash damage and then they go boom. But like it's ugh, I would just rather use somebody else who would have already killed the opponent usually. Because they're new, Entrasis. ISO is hard to get for champions. It's my current limiting factor. And be glad that the rank ups are limited. Otherwise, the whales would just have all of theirs maxed. Like that's how that works. Yeah, Hyperion was my first rank 5. Or sorry, was my first rank 5 5-star. I used him for a ton of stuff. He was my go-to in war. So I totally get the nostalgia. Because I share it. Yeah, that's still where I'm landing work. Like, he gets decent results. But every time I get good results with him, I just think, like, okay, but wouldn't that have been faster with Cap, or with Scorpion, or with Negs, or with iBomb, or with Reed? Like, any of the other science champions I really enjoy? Like, his utility is cool, but it's behind enough walls that I don't find myself reaching for him for the utility that much. And the damage just feels slow. Like, it's not bad. I'm not one to cry over damage. His damage is fine. But it's not exceptional, and it just kind of feels like a lot of to do about not a lot. I think I'm at the point where I don't hate him. I just don't enjoy playing him, you know? 2099 and Terrax dupes in the last 2 days? That's awesome. I am very jealous of the Terrax. That's high on my personal list. Excuse me. Okay. Can we... There we go. I'll take it. His neutralize is very short if you're not getting the pause from someone else. Whoops, that's on me. He just caught me off guard. Man, if Wiccan just double tapped to cast his armor up shield, he'd be so much stronger. That's okay. Awoke my rank 3 Archangel, got a T3A, take Masaka to rank 4, got a new Null Gorse by 99. Nice, Cyber, that's a great day. But is it really that much utility beam? Like, relative to other characters. Compare him to Negs, compare him to Cap, compare him to Miguel, compare him to Reed. Like, at his max, he beats a lot of them a lot of the time, but not all of them all of the time. But when you pull him out of the box, he just doesn't trigger decks. And that's kind of his whole shtick. That's where my hesitation's coming from. I have Slagator, but don't worry. They're coming out in January. What was the gift last year for Paragon players? I honestly don't remember. Yeah, again, Bean, the withers don't count for a ton for me because, like, sure, at max they're more powerful than Reed's Petrifies, but Reed just refreshes all of his with a heavy, and he easily baits out specials. And Quicksilver, you're just like, no, I'm trying to freaking dex. I just get so annoyed. I don't know what's going on with my stream. Hold on. Let me try refreshing. Maybe it's back? Yeah, looks like the stream may have crashed for a second. I'm sure it's possible to get used to him being. I'm just not seeing a strong reason to do so yet. Okay, but Slay, you also said Titania was bad earlier today, so I wouldn't be throwing stones. Yeah, I bet, Cyber. I really don't have many of the Guardians, do I? God. She's a 2015 champ with buff immunity. Yeah, there were a whole lot of characters with indestructible, unstoppable, and unblockable floating around in 2015. And especially ones that placed a whole bunch of debuffs and then got Furies for them, regardless of whether the debuffs stuck or not. There's a ton of Science Champions out there that are just amazing for Mighty Charge. Alright, let me get Wiccan back. Hey, Prakar. I'm sorry you missed, but also kind of happy for you. Killmonger is rank 4, Sig 200. People are giving you the vote for weirdest rank up. Well, my Killmonger has been rank 4 in Sig 200 for months now. Nice. Congrats, Prakar. That was bad. It's because I miscounted a combo. See, that's the thing. It's not that bad, but I don't know. I don't love it. Hey, Dot. How's it going? Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to be right back. I have to use the restroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Do I think Gallon is worth a cosmic gem, or should I wait until this featured is over? I think Gallon's Sig is honestly slightly overrated. He's fine. Um, but, I mean, Gallon is very good. His Sig is fine. It does benefit him. But I don't think it comes up nearly as much as people say it does. And I also think that the level he has to be at is overstated. My Gallon is now, I think, 660 as of a recent dupe, and I'm never feeding him another stone. I mean, if you are planning on continuing to open out of this feature, then I think I would hold on to it. He's not a waste if it does come to that. But it also kind of depends on who else you have. Like, I would never feed Gallon a Cosmic Gem if I didn't have Hyperion Awakened already. Kingpin, Ultron, Nimrod. Yeah, those are all good ones, Cyber. Howard's not a bad rank 3 at all. Who do I think will be my first rank 5? I hope it will be my first character that I build. But that requires me to be able to rank someone of that class, and it also requires me to pull them, so not at all a given. Yeah, then I definitely wouldn't use it, Prakar. Hey, Axe. Ugh, always almost made it to the special too. I guess this rocket isn't that high sig, so the block damage even with the shield up shouldn't be that surprising, but I was not ready for it. Oh, also this is a rank 1. I literally forgot that until just now. Okay, he's doing fine. You go, Trash Panda. It is well known that Kabam employees get better drop rates on featured. I mean, it is well known the way that things in Game of Thrones are when they say it is known. That's not actually a fact, Prakar. I'm pretty sure J Nick's luck actually got worse after he got hired. And a friend of mine, the one who designed infamous Iron Man, spent like, I don't know, 12,000 units and didn't get him. It's not a guarantee, my friend. Ouch, that's on me. Woo, baby. Oh, this is the bug, isn't it? Like, he caught me on the dashback, but I was thinking about the. That's the thing with if you use the special one in the wrong place, you don't have access to the resistance up for the rest of the fight. That's what that was, right? Did I say in the show? I thought I said Game of Thrones, Prakar. Last I checked, that's what the books are called. And I'm pretty sure they do say it is known in the show as well. I'm remembering one person's face in particular as they say it. And I don't know, I just need to address it because it does feel like people believe that. But got it. I get that you were being ironic. Hey, John, BK, been a bit. All right. Well, that wasn't fun, Bryce. Thanks, John. I'm excited for it too. Dang it. Ouch. Jesus. Perfectly timed. I mean, also my fault trying to sidestep him while I had stifles on. That was just dumb, but I cannot believe he caught me with that. That was cruel. I'm pretty much just doing the milestones. Like, I will probably open a few after, but it will be because I'm patient or I'm impatient for the milestones, not because I'm trying to get a particular rank rewards. Books are called A Song of Ice and Fire, except for the first one that's called Game of Thrones. And the first one has Dothraki in it, doesn't it? Song of Ice and Fire is the overall thing, but A Game of Thrones is literally the first book. Either way, I've read all the books. We don't need to measure anything nerdy here. We can gameplay and Game of Thrones. All right, well, let's see if I can avoid that problem this time. Yeah, Jupiter. My champ's coming next month. I was not expecting that for some reason. Why is that root icon on her? Her stupid sword. All right. Isn't that kind of you projecting on them, Prakar? Because keep in mind, it's not like you were, clarifying and asking me which one I meant. You were just correcting me, right? And that is like, for me, when I see somebody go for that, that feels more like flexing than it does clarifying proper names. Especially when, as we established, we're talking about something that did happen in both the show and the books. I was just kind of going for the universe overall, you know? Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, easy. Excuse me. Any hints for February champs? I mean, I know who they are, but if the company overall hasn't teased them, then I'm certainly not about to. Like Darian's height. Come on. Don't take that out on the poor guy. Alright. Oh my god. I was thinking, alright, let's stay away from her, let's stay away from her, and then she just timed that perfectly with the root. So cruel. No, I have not seen any of House of the Dragon. I've watched very little TV in general lately. Feel much better about my Waking gameplay after these last several minutes. Wow, Sarah Ghost. Taking shots at me over a champion I've barely ranked. That's cruel, man. The authentic Quicksilver experience. Yep, there we go. Ooh, full decks. Haven't done that in a while. Also haven't needed to in a while. Yeah, thing is gonna be tough. Yeah, I've been told Prakar. I haven't been super interested, honestly. I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, easy. Arenas have their place. Alright, let's see if we can stay on top of this one. Scorpion is definitely better overall than Quicksilver. Ouch. Oh man, I just locked myself out of it again. That's fine. Wow, I didn't realize that. He literally needs to do medium, light, 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 medium? God, he can't even do light, 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 light. That's a huge bummer. They did ASVPV. Or ASVP. Yeah. That's the Civil War version. It's the same suit. What would be different about Civil War versus the movie? I understand that there were very small cosmetic differences, but let's not pretend you would actually notice them in game. Dang it. That's basically the same suit. Like, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up right now. You can absolutely see the difference, but I don't think it would translate well in game. Unless you just mean the purple, in which case I would be fine with more purple VFX. Yeah, you can tell the kit was very obviously built based on the Black Panther movie more than Civil War, right, Bryce? Pierce on Annihilus is very annoying. I agree. Am I eager to see the reaction of my first chant being released? Yeah, I hope it goes well. Breakthrough with Quicksilver. Maybe for the buff they could add some purple in the animation. I like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't bet on it because generally animation has a lot on their plate. Um, and updating old VFX is just not high on the priority list. Because like that would take away from them making new characters like Quicksilver. But it's possible. It does happen every once in a while. And just some purple flashes is probably possible. I don't know why I did that. That's fine. I very much hope they are not broken. Can I tell us whether it's the first champ or the second? I don't think that's technically public yet. I'm going to decline for now because first versus second, combined with the hints that are already out, probably gives away more than I would like to. Hey, Usafa, how's it going? You don't just ask a man his banquet score, Dot. Mantis will be the sixth champion in the next Crystal Jupiter. Whoops. Double failure. I don't know why I wasn't expecting him to throw that. I'm not going to blame Quicksilver for that one. That was on me. Yeah, I hear you, Cap. And I agree with you. I would love to get some purple in there. Should have done one more special one, just to line up things better with breakthrough. Doom with a high crit rate is very annoying. Got 6 million scrap I'm trying to convert to tier 5 basic. Gonna take a while. I hear you, my friend. Although I'm also low enough on ISO that I may just be turning it into cav crystals. As gross as that is. It'll be the iDoom situation. We'll be able to get it in basic before featured. Possibly, yeah. Rank 3'd my Black Panther Civil Warrior the other day, or Civil War the other day. I always do that. So that buff confirmation via forum post is free to come any day now. Fine. We'll get what we can out of it. I really think this would be completely okay with a higher rank Wiccan, but I'm just getting impatient because of the health loss. Oh, I don't know if I actually finished that, but yeah, the best champ in the game is Hercules. I wish that it was an interesting discussion, but it's not. He's overpowered, and he's more overpowered than the other characters, and it's not particularly close. I think with the game in its state right now, best champion in the game is not praise, it's condemnation. Yeah, that was very late. Ghost has entered the chat. Nah, Lefty, it's not close. It is not remotely close. But hi, how's it going? No, it's not your fault. Quicksilver isn't close to as busted as Herc. The balance team was overworked, and I think the designer reached too far. That's really what it comes down to. I honestly have no idea, B. Probably at least a month ago. How's it going, man? I'd recommend none of the hitting. What does this even do? Okay. You'd think Gallon would have been broken like Herc? Not if we learned something. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Other than Herc, who do I consider as busted? Um, as far as just like, haha, this doesn't matter, I'm just gonna press the same sequence of buttons over and over again until the fight is over. I think the only ones really in consideration for truly being as busted as he is are probably Quake and Kitty. And then as far as overtuned, um, and or having like one more ability than they should, then I think you kind of have Magic, Ghost, Nick, arguably Apocalypse, arguably Nimrod, definitely Magneto. I'm probably leaving someone out, but those are all problematic, at least in one of their stats being too high, I would say. Nice, Excelis, congrats. Yeah, I've been meaning to awaken Overseer for a while. I keep freaking pulling science gems. It was only a matter of time. There he is. Did I not mention Doom? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Doom, in my opinion, is very similar to Nick and Apocalypse. I don't think the kit is necessarily a problem, but there is way too much security in it for how freaking hard he hits. somebody with some of the least interactable form of damage resistance in the entire game and some of the best power control does not need to have the second highest base attack. It makes zero freaking sense. Nah, Nick's base attack is too high, Dot. And realistically, his light attack bleeds should probably be spread out over a longer base duration so that deep wounds isn't so central to him feeling decent. Like, maybe you only need to do one of those and not both, but the way that his bleeds scale with deep wounds and then the way that that is magnified by boosts and recoil masteries is stupid. It doesn't make any sense for that character to be that strong out of the gate when you can tell that they were clearly designed around having a second life. Nah, definitely not Jupiter. Apocalypse is just slower for a couple fights. He is not weak. That's just the community's impatience speaking, in my opinion. Woo! I haven't pushed her to that in a while. That's fine. Not all, Magnus. But I do think that designer pushed too far. And honestly, that's one of the reasons that I've said I'm probably not going to make a big deal over who all of my champs are. I don't want it to be that closely tied to me. Whether I do great or not, it doesn't really matter. Whoops. Apoc seems okay to you? He's very close. He's probably last on the list, either him or Nimrod. Apocalypse and Nimrod are their issues are more that the reasons that they are good are so absolute in the way that they shut down the class they have an advantage over. Like, Apocalypse existing makes it very difficult to build skill champions that matter. Nimrod existing makes it very difficult to build mutant champions that matter. Doom has some of that effect on Cosmics, but it's not nearly as pronounced. I think he's just too strong. Nick only has that effect because the question for every new science defender is, will this be a problem before I can kill it using only light attacks? So again, it's more that he's overtuned than an issue with the kit. It's possible that tweaking some of the numbers in Nimrod and Apocalypse would make that less true. Sorry, guys. OBS had a fit. Nah, Rintra isn't the same, Easy. At least I don't think so. It's possible we'll get there in the future, because we didn't have that much data for him when his rebalance window was up. But if my opinion changes on him because of the data, then it changes on him because of the data. That's what it means if you allow your mind to be changed when it should. I don't know how much of that was cut off, but what I was going to say about Apocalypse is that I think he is underused in very difficult content, but I don't think that means that he is necessarily appropriately, let alone underpowered. My opinion of how good Apocalypse is... Oh my god, did OBS just drop again? Okay, I don't know. But my opinion of how strong Apocalypse is comes from assigning very good players on offense with him, like Toffre and Campo when they were in my battle group, and comes from running the gauntlet twice with him, both at rank 3 and at rank 4. That dude is an absolute house, and he does not need cable. That's where I'm coming from there. Think they would take away Herc's immortality while attacking, pausing, and or the unblockable if they rebalanced him. I definitely think those would be two very good places to start, yeah. I mean, Iron Man Infinity War is still primarily a defender, Jupiter, and you have to keep in mind that he is both a ramp attacker and an attacker with very strong power drain, or with very strong power control. He is not going to do the damage that Gore and Chavez do quickly. That is never what was intended there. That's not what is going to be intended. I'm not saying that those numbers are final and we definitely won't adjust them, but you need to keep that in mind for your expectations. He is not going to hit as hard as quickly as either Gore or Chavez because that's not his goal. Excuse me. Cool, that worked. Sam is definitely slept on ASV. Part of that is because if you don't play him a certain way, his damage is outright bad, and even if you play him perfectly, it's solid and nothing better. And the community loves damage, but Sam is definitely slept on. Surprised Apocalypse is still the only disorient immune. So, couple things here. First off, me too. We do need more people to interact with disorient. But part of the reason that we were so slow to throw out more who do that is that from a game design standpoint, there need to be certain things that champions can't just turn off. Like, there is a reason that even champions that are immune to power drain can lose power in certain places. That's intended. Like, I've talked about this before with... What's the node? What is the one? You guys know the one where, like, everything goes away after 20 seconds, you lose all power, and everything gets nullified? I forget right now. But that one, right? It was on Eternity of Pain MODOK. But, like, on that kind of a node, Tranquility. Thank you. I was like, Tranquilize isn't it. But okay, so my mind was very close. So on that kind of node, the point is not like what the quest designers are doing is they're not telling you, hey, bring a power drain immune. They're telling you, start over every 20 seconds. The same way that, like, they're not telling you, hey, bring a nullify immune. They're telling you, start over every 20 seconds. Like, those are two fundamentally different things. Because if you're building a fight one way, where power drain is a part of it, but you want it to be interactable, then one of your intended answers is people who are power drain immune. But if the way you want to build a fight is, hey, this is just how power works in this fight, the rules are different here, I want you to play around this differently. I want your play style to change. I want your behavior to change. Then it's something different. Now, it's our job to make sure, and we will get around to that, that we don't say power drain in those places, because then people would think that power drain immunity would work, and that's fair. But, like, you do want certain things that quest designers can do to actually force you to react a certain way. Disorient is very close to that. Because what it's telling you is, hey, you shouldn't rely as much on blocking. And it's kind of a soft way of doing that so that extra ability accuracy or extra block proficiency can still kind of get you around it. But the more champions we have that can ignore disorient, the harder it is for quest designers to use that tool. Now, I know a lot of people hate disorient, myself usually pretty included. So I understand nobody would weep over that. But what you have to understand is that then you are going to see other tools. Like the Pierce modifier in map 8. That's there because, honestly, I said, please let's not use a disorient. So, like, that's the kind of thing you have to keep in mind. I do think you're going to get more people who interact with disorient. But that also means that we're going to see some other effects we might not love because of it. So just remember that. Absolutely not, Jupiter. What you are asking for there, like literally early you said, oh, Apocalypse isn't absolutely busted if you don't have cable. And then you breathed and counted to 10 and said, I wish Apocalypse was absolutely busted in Battlegrounds. No! Stop! Control those impulses. Yeah, Red Mags is incredibly problematic, Easy. And to me, his is less tuning and just he should not have all of those abilities. It doesn't make sense. What you have to keep in mind there, Hinach, is that Ascension is coming, and broken 6 stars are going to be a problem for a long time. Part of why I want Atuma so bad is because he interacts with some of the rarely interactable stuff. I get that. But Atuma still isn't just immune to that stuff. He doesn't turn it off. He turns it around and then uses it to fuel his own kit. Like, I think that is probably a healthier direction for those kinds of kits to go in. Corvus good for generic? If you like Corvus. I would never do it, but it's a good move for a lot of people. How about 2 prowess? That's just bargaining, Jupiter. I appreciate it, ASV. I have a lot to learn about game design, though. I mean, I think I have some good ideas, and I think I had some good ideas before starting this job. But I'm going to be completely honest and say that some of what you're hearing um, is what I've learned from my colleagues who were already working on the game when I joined. Ah, that's fine. And now he dies. Cool. I mean, kind of, Jupiter. 99 is normally what we put in if something, quote, doesn't have a cap. Saying he has a prowess cap is, I mean, technically true. Oh, that is gorgeous. No, I hear you, Easy. Don't worry. I'm not going to hold you to that. I get what you mean. Hey, Coat, how's it going? Hey, Law. Yeah, I do plan to get back into it. It was a good break, though. I'm glad you appreciated that. Yeah, I will probably still take Hood to rank 4 before too long. I generally try to avoid hyperbole, but just this once, dude is cracked. That's awesome, Jupiter. Wiccan is very good. I still need to take him to rank 3. That's part of why I'm using the rank 1s and 2s here, because I just don't use these very often. But they're on my list. I want a Silver Centurion dupe so badly. Did Kabama announce the month for 7 stars? No. I think they may have roughly announced like the quarter. Like I think it's supposed to be in spring. But no, the month is not confirmed as far as I know. I think we have a tentative internal date, but it's not locked in. Oh god, did I do week? Wait. No. Oh, is there just not one for Epic? I feel like I remember somebody else saying this. Is that how it's supposed to be? There just isn't an objective for Epic? Hey, Robert. Congrats. Some champions have a chance to activate abilities like Ghost Cruelty on non-crits, but they don't trigger Domino's crit failure. Any clues to what's responsible for that? Yeah, I know exactly what's responsible for that. I hate Domino. I hate her even more as a coder than I did as a player. So, this is probably on the line of things my manager doesn't want me to discuss because it's not particularly fun, but because it jives with my hatred of Domino, I am going to explain it. In the abstract, there is a thing we have to do when building characters in a whenever we use a certain technique, we have to do something like just for Domino and a couple other abilities, but mainly for Domino. And there are times when it's been forgotten after she came out, and there are abilities from before she came out where people definitely didn't do that. And so there are some things that should trigger crit fail and don't. And I think we did clean up at least once and tried to catch them. Actually, no, I think I remember somebody putting that down for a task when somebody gets a free moment in between characters in the future. I think there's like 60 or 70 of them that we know about. Good news is it's something that's not that hard for us to find. It just is time consuming to fix. Yeah, Gamora's awesome, easy. I wish I had one. Hood, Rintra, Juggernaut, and Sigil Witch. Nice, Excelis. I'm definitely taking up Sigil Witch before the next round of Battlegrounds. I feel like she's going to be extremely important. Somebody opened some crystals. You are not wrong, Paul. So freaking close to that 5-star relic. I miscalculated and thought that I would get it with one more, so I opened a single crystal, and I now have a 5-star Weapon X, so that part's nice. Rather than do Ascension instead of Relics, it's not an either-or, ASV, it's both. It's just that Ascension is later. And the reason you're hardly seeing them used is twofold. The 3 stars are quite weak, especially on 6-star champions. I don't know the details of it, but I've had it told, or I've had it explained to me a couple times. I guess not explained. I've had it mentioned to me a couple times that relics take into account challenge rating. And so 3-star relics are at their most effective on 3 stars. And so the percentages actually drop off for 6 stars, which is why they look this weak. But as you get up into 4 stars, they get better. They're still not great, but that's also because this is rank 1. Right? Things start taking off a little bit more when you get to the 5 stars. Now, this still isn't exceptional, but again, it's a rank 1 5-star relic. They're going to get there. And then the other thing I think you see with relics is that the community really undervalues small incremental advantages. Like, we were talking about how I consider Doom's attack to be too high, right? Well, let's see. I want to use actual numbers for this. So, as a rank 4, Doom's attack is 4,391. He is 94th percentile. That sounds low, right? But anyway, 4,391 is a rank 4. If we just grab Scorpion, okay? Scorpion has a high attack value. It's rated green on Aunt May, and it says that it's in the 73rd percentile. Scorpion's attack is 3,959. Doom's is only 10% more than his. Put another way, I've used this one before. Let's see. Like, I'm 6'3", right? The average American male, if I remember correctly, is 5'10". So I am 5 inches taller than average. And what? 5'10 is 70 inches. So that is roughly 1 out of 14. So roughly 7%. I have like a 7% edge on most people. Most people look at me and think, oh my god, that dude is huge. Right? I have a significant, like, I can reach a lot of things other people cannot. I have gotten, do you play basketball jokes for as long as I can remember. I've gotten, how's the weather up there jokes. Like, I am only 7% above average, but that's considered exceptional because small things matter. But height is something we can see. Physical resistance going down by 7% is much harder to process. And that, I think, is going to be the paradigm shift that we need for people to fully understand how good relics are. We're going to need people to see like 7% extra damage on a relic and not go, pa, 7%, but go, oh, wow, 5 inches above average, right? Excuse me. When we get there, I think relics will be appreciated a bit more. Yeah, exactly, Coat. That's basically what it is. They have to be manually tagged. Great character design. Did you run them by Domino? Oh my god, that is exactly what it felt like when I first found out. Hey, make sure you update all of those lines of code so that they're square with Domino. And I was like, why? It's not that bad, but it is annoying. Why do I think Sigil Witch is important? There's not actually... Hold on. Oh god, the war map is down. I wish there was a place to see the war map. Hold on, I'll just check Aunt May. Ooh, okay, that was a good call. So it's electric defense, right? Which is not on Aunt May. But I know electric defense is the one that power burns. I don't think that one includes nullify immunity. I think that's spaced armor that you're thinking of, Dot. Nice, Jupiter. Less about attack and more about crit resist. I mean, I would probably change both. Personally. But it is absolutely about both. Killmonger has 20% crit resistance and it gets forgotten about all the damn time. He doesn't have Doom's control and he doesn't hit as hard as Doom. Hey, Slayer. How's it going? I've played games with relic systems more akin to a second character than this. Ruins the game. Small boosts like this are better. I agree. I'm honestly a really big fan of relics. And I think the fact that people are able to say, they don't seem that special, is very much a good thing. We'll start from there. I really don't see it as bragging law. I'm just tall. You don't think about it after a while. Alright, let's grab a few calves. Alright, that's one. Yeah, Killmonger is amazing. I'm not sure I fully agree he's simple to use, though, because I think a lot of people use him poorly. Tall people love to hate on short people. I don't hate on short people. I help them reach things. The only time I hate on short people is when they get entitled about reclining their airline seats. I will absolutely throw some shade for that. No, sir, you may not recline your chair. That is where my knees are. That is not negotiable. As a kitty player, I never forget Killmonger's crit resist. That makes a lot of sense, Bean. Hey, Sean. Thanks. Here's hoping we get some 4 stars. That's 3, right? Hey, Martin, how's it going? Yeah, I just clicked the other one by default, but I'm not sad about 500 shards. Watch my video on Killmonger like 10 times. I appreciate that. I am selfishly tempted to say that might be why you think he's very simple to use. I mean, even without tooting my own teaching horn, you've probably thought about him more just from watching that video than a lot of people have. Thanks, Slayer. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a fair amount myself, Ace. It is a monetization crystal. Snapping? A little bit, yeah. I play a little bit most days. Haven't done enough for a stream in a while, but I may again. I still haven't gotten to level 500 though, so that's the main reason I'm not doing it, because I'm way behind where a lot of people are. Yeah, Killmonger's a beast. Has anybody been counting? I feel like this is our 7th. I opened a few crystals on my alt. Ended up with 2 6-star pulls, got a guillotine, and a ghost rider. Not that they're bad champions, but it is what it is. Why didn't they just make it a store instead of a quest? It would have made it simpler. Because a bunch of people gave specific feedback that this was the exact event that they liked this better than a bunch of stores that came after it, and the econ team listened and tried to bring it back. There's been a lot of frustration about that internally because, like, obviously stores are better, but it seems like there was a lot of rose tinted glasses about this store, or about this event when it first came around because it was the first one with so much choice. And so people didn't go, oh, it had choice and there were also some cores. That's all. They were like, no, Rocket Scrapyard was the freaking best. That was the one. That's what I want. They didn't say, I want a store event and also could you add some mastery cores? And because that was the feedback we got, that's what the econ team did. And now we have a bunch of people going, what the heck? Why didn't they make it a store? And the econ team is very sad because they tried. All right, that's 8. And I feel for them. Oh, we know exactly why I work. It's still a bummer. Because I would much rather be pressing the plus button on a store right now than doing this too. Yeah, I know. I was literally just thinking I should be using auto fight though. You're right. That will be about 40% fewer clicks. Was that an emergency Abyss Mystic Nexus? You are correct, sir. That is going to stay in my inventory until a certain someone is added to the basic pool or until I pull them, and not before. Oh, hey, speak of the devil. I do need skill ISO. Not sad about this. I still have so much scrap. That honestly didn't feel like a bad investment, though. Oh, I know, Ace. I am very aware. Exactly, Murray. Hey, DL. Not sure if discussed yet, but do I know what's happening with the gifting badge and the level 40 versus con? Yeah, what's happening is that it's staying where it is. It was a mistake, it was a miscommunication, but that was the policy last year, that it was both the progression title and level 40. And the reason that that was the policy last year and the year before and this year is because we have a fair amount of data indicating that level 40 is a high enough bar to stop a meaningful number of bots. And therefore, it's worth doing. And I realize that that's rough for a number of reasons. And I know that there were some people who planned on taking advantage of it without the level 40 cap. But I think it's important to recognize that grinding out a bunch of units on an alt to gift to your main is exactly the kind of abuse that led to this event being changed in the first place. So that's kind of why we're here, right? I do have sympathy, but I don't think they're going to budge. The econ team really does not like cleaning up bots. And if something they can do reduces how much they have to do of that, I think they're going to hold to it. How'd Banquet treat me today? Pretty darn good. I actually have some screenshots. I don't think I'm going to pull them up right now, but I may put them together a little bit later. I thought too late about doing a video. But I got a moderate number of 6-star shards. I think probably about 18,000 total. I got a 6-star Nexus. I think I got about half of a T3A and... Or maybe... No, I think I got a full T3A and about half of a T6B. Something like that. Few stones. Yeah, I'm happy with what I spent. Do I think the support would convert the scrap for you? Probably not. Alright, I think that's 2 more. And then I'll chill for now. Because I am within 500,000 loyalty of another rank 4. And so I'm going to be thinking about who to take up next. Heard SSX hit milestones in about 15 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. It was very, very quick. I have not opened my Abyss Selector yet. I banked a Mystic for later. And we'll see what happens. Ah, dang it, one more. That's on me. Excuse me. Nice, Ace. Congrats. Got tech for iDoom just in case I don't pull him. Yeah, I was considering that one as well. Cav crystals are taking their time today. Alright, that's a lot of ISO. Yeah, alright, I'm happy about that. Cool. Yeah, because let's see. Go ahead and open that. think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Or, oh, wait. No, I remember now. I'm not going to do that because... What was it? That's it. Because once I do this, I'll be at 55,000. And 2,000 is very easy to pick up. Yeah, like it'll literally be this week. And then I'll even it out some point in the future. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend loyalty on that. I'd rather bank it for a while. But you can see where I am. I could use BG rewards for... Oh, that's right. I actually get some catalysts from BG rewards, don't I? Or I don't even remember how that works, honestly. It'll happen when it happens. Rewards come in. I don't necessarily factor them all. At 225k shards for next featured. Nice, man. I'm pretty close to that. I think I'm at 284. So yeah, I'm going to be opening quite a few as well. I have no idea, John. As last I checked, the loyalty store was working correctly. It was just from when you buy it, rather than a global thing for the whole store. Excuse me. All right, the Alliance event. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Okay, well, cool. Then I need to figure out some... Yes, that is 57 Tier 2 Alpha BT. I have no freaking idea why that keeps happening. I pull, like, 3/4 of one out of almost every daily crystal, it seems like. I just cannot stop pulling them. Gotcha, John. Yeah, so I don't know who I'm going to take up next. Earlier today I was thinking Cap or Black Panther. Or sorry, I meant Teddy or Black Panther, but Cap, I think, also deserves some consideration. Black Panther and Cap are both already SIG 200. Teddy is not, but he doesn't need to be. He's in a good spot. Yeah. I mean, there are other good champs in here for sure. But I think those three are the main ones I'm leaning on right now. Maybe Rintra. Because I could use another good defender. I don't know. Duped Bishop today, for those who haven't seen that. Pretty happy about that. A lot of good champions in here. I just need to pick one. But probably one of those four. Am I making the T2A trade in the Black ISO market? I usually do. I actually forgot to do that this week. So thank you. Because, yeah, I do think that's worth it. R4AA will be nasty. I mean, I've seen it. He's fine. He does a lot of damage. He still takes block damage. And I think for me to rank for Archangel, I would want him to be very high SIG because I would want 2 neurotoxins to be enough most of the time. And that's just not going to happen for a while. Because now that I've taken Speedy Boy here all the way up, I'm starting to run a little bit low on stones. And I know this is not going to look like running low on stones, but I have 70 of these, and the way I'm thinking about it is that I need 80 of them or the equivalent, right? And so, because those are plus fives, that means that if I have 70 of those, I need 50 of these. And so I'm actually short 17 from where I need to be. Now, I can make that up a little bit with class ones. But the reason I feel like I need 400 SIG levels, or really 398, is because when Idum comes around and I hope to pull him, I want to take him all the way up to SIG 200 immediately. And I want to be able to do the same for my own champion. And so I have been spending down below that, but then I'm trying to build back up as quickly as I can and leave it around there because I want to be ready for both of them. So large amounts of SIG stones are relatively precious right now. Nice, Law. That's awesome. Last two rank 4s have been CGR and Nova. Nice. Yeah, Nova has been such a beast in Battlegrounds, honestly. He's been amazing. Right, I need 40 of those for SIG 200, which means I need 80 to take 2 characters to SIG 200, Martin. Excuse me. I'm counting on both of them. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. Yeah, I've been coughing more and I need to go get some tea or something. My champion does not need max SIG, but they do benefit from max SIG, which I think is how pretty much everyone should work. So I'm still going to try and take them to max SIG. Snoops, no way! I don't know how you do it, man. It's a gift. It's good hearing from you, but I'll catch you later. Yeah, Nova is solid, Marisa. I agree. Take care, everyone. Catch you soon.